What is going on, peeps? Let's talk about Rainbow Six Siege. I think this is going to be one of the best games of 2018. And yeah, I know it came out in 2015, but bear with me. Let me tell you why you should definitely go and buy it right now. So when it first came out, it was a glitchy, buggy mess. You know, you spent most of your time in walls, in ceilings. The hitboxes were all over the place, and if you shot someone, you shot the wall behind them. It was a complete chaotic mess. And the player base left pretty quickly. Cheaters were all over the place, you know, wall hackers, aimbotters, name your poison. There was no real system of getting rid of them, and they flourished in a game that was already broken. The game didn't really know what it was either. You know, there was a single player, there was a bit of matchmaking, there was a ranked play beta, there was a bit of competitive play. It was all over the place. That lack of identity certainly hit the game hard. And the user interface was really confusing. I mean, to try and get into a game, you usually ended up in the options menu. You know, it was a bit of a mess. Thankfully though, all those issues have been fixed now, or as fixed as they need to be. This is one of the only games that does microtransactions correctly. Through in-game play you earn renown. That renown you can use to purchase pretty much every cosmetic that you can use real money for. There's also a loot box system that gives you a certain chance of reward after every one match. It also shows the percentage of chance you have of getting that. Transparency is key, and it's really good to see. All the glitches and bugs have been dealt with completely. The engine has been improved, the game has been improved, the graphics have been improved. It's still not perfect, but from where it was to where it is now, it's a massive improvement, and that's quite awesome. There's now a cheater reporting system. Now, unlike other games, it's one strike and you're out. If you're caught cheating, you're done, you're fucked, you're gone. There's no way of appealing it. If you're a cheater, you're never playing Siege again on that account. There's now a decent matchmaking system. It's very quick, it gets you in game instantaneously with people, there's no real waiting time. And one key point is that every single player has a pathway into competitive play, which I think is really good. The actual gameplay and the whole balance of the thing is now near perfect. Every match really feels together and complete. This is one game that uses destruction tactically. Environmental destruction isn't something new, you know, you got it on Battlefield, but there it's kind of cosmetic, you know, you can blow up a building, but you could always have gone around it or through it anyway. On here, if you destroy a wall, it changes the dynamic of the game completely, instantaneously. If you shoot a bullet through a wall, you can use the bullet hole to then size up enemies and create a new line of fire. It's quite astonishing the amount of variation this gives you. On top of that, the sounds in this game are, I'll just use the word realistic. There is no music. Every footstep, every reload, even just turning your character on the spot creates a sound. You don't get a radar like in Call of Duty, but with a good headset you can visualise where the enemy team is as they encroach on your objective and your position. It also makes the game quite terrifying, if I may say so myself. The operators you can unlock with renown as you progress really add a different dynamic to every single game you play. You know, the set of 5 operators that enter the game, you choose which one at the start of the match, depends on how the game is going to progress. Different combinations of operators create different results. Every operator has a different special ability. Some of them are offensive, some defensive. Now, getting to know your operators and getting to know what they're good at, how they can help your team, is part of the skill-based matchmaking that really makes Siege something else. If you're just going to go lone wolf and do your own thing and not really learn the game and the mechanics, you're not going to get very far and you're going to get bored really quickly. I have to say, this is one of the only games where actual real teamwork is required. If you have a team of lone wolves that are just doing their own thing, just running around, you're going to get decimated. It's as simple as that. The real fun begins if you've got a team of 5 and you've all got microphones, you've all got headsets, you all kind of know what you're doing. There's nothing like it. Being a lone wolf on this just does not work, unfortunately. And that kind of preview of competitive play, even at the lowest skill levels, is something that makes every game really fun and challenging. All of these features that have been perfected over a 2-year period by Montreal really make this a unique gaming experience. Every single match is different. Even if it's the same map, even if you're with the same people, if you choose different operators or change your tactics even slightly or destroy a certain wall or go a certain way so they can hear you there, it's instantly different. No 2 games are the same on this. I've been playing Siege for about a week straight now, and I can honestly say I just can't see me putting it down. There's no reason for me to put it down. Every 3 months they bring out new material, a new operator and new updates. That constant stream of content is something that you don't really see on games, certainly this old, and they're seeing the results of their work, with the player base increasing exponentially day in, day out. It's one of the most played games on Steam right now. What you try in one match will not work in another match. It's that simple. You have to adapt and survive as you go. You have to work with your teammates. One weak link on the team may mean that the enemy finds a hole and penetrates and destroys your team, or completes the objective without you knowing. As you progress through the game and unlock renown through wins, you then unlock more operators. The more operators you have, the more choice you have. Each operator brings a whole new playstyle to the game. Some people prefer just to run with one operator over and over again. Some choose different operators for different maps. Each operator has that special skill that you have to learn and adapt with. It is one of the only games that doesn't apologise for wanting you to be skillful. You know, on Call of Duty you can run around and spam fire and you're going to do alright. On here you're going to get smashed to absolute pieces. You have to learn the game, you have to learn the maps, you have to learn the skills. And the game rewards you for doing that. Even when you die, it puts you into a view where you can still help your team through cameras and through drones. And you're constantly looking at the maps, learning the playstyles, learning the operators. That increased knowledge creates an increased skill base, creates increased options of gameplay, which makes the games even more interesting over time. The more you play, the better the game gets. I mean, what other game can you say that about? I honestly think this will be one of the best games of 2018. They're going to keep bringing out content, they're going to keep bringing out new maps. I mean, a new map in here, it's like a whole new DLC because of the amount of time you have to put into it to learn it, etc, etc. Tell that to Bungie, I mean, come on. There is one feature though that's kind of stung me. It's a good thing though, because it's such a realistic game, you can team kill. If you team kill too much, however, you do get banned. You get banned initially for half an hour, then 2 hours, then a day, and then, like me now, 7 fucking days. I mean, it wasn't even my fault, you know, I was just defending the honour of a teammate. It was just happenstance. I'd killed 17 people before that. It does get frustrating. Some people do team kill and that's a bit of a downside, but again, you have to control yourself. If you team kill them back, you will also get banned. Here's my friend Alias86 explaining what happened in his own words. Cue the music.
So, we were sitting there camping, hearing the enemies, you know, it's tense, I'm like shaking and everything, man. And then, out of nowhere, bang! Like, what? I've been shot. Why? Why would you do this? So I am absolutely raging. I felt like I've been completely victimized. It's drove me to alcohol for the past few days. Like, I feel like crying most of the time. And then, you know, Ollie comes along and he's like, what happened, man? What happened? And I was like, well, this guy just team killed me, man. I felt like he had got a massive cock and put it up straight up my arse. And I don't feel good about that. You know, I'm now officially butthurt. So Ollie, in the great way that he was, decided that he would avenge my death. And you know, that is a true friend. That is a true teammate right there. So we wait for the next round. It's all on. I was gonna stand there. I was gonna distract the guy whilst Ollie shot him in the head. So we planned it. We done it. And out of nowhere, boom! Ollie's been kicked from the server for shooting this guy in the head. And so there we have it. Story of my butthurtness. I now have to hold a doll and point where I was shot and point where I feel hurt. I was shot in the head. And I'm hurt in the butt because of one player. Now, a true friend of mine has been banned for 7 days for team killing. That's completely unnecessary. All he was doing was defending Gunner.
A bit of levity there to finish with, but in all seriousness, you need to go and buy this now. If you have it installed and you've stepped away from it, go back to it right now. You won't regret it. Get into the game, learn the maps, get used to the different play styles, get used to the different gameplay. It's a completely unique animal. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. That's all from me, peeps, but now it's time for you to do your part. Join the conversation and share your thoughts in the comments section below. I'll do my very best to get back to all of you. Also, Skynet, aka YouTube's algorithm, works off of the amount of likes I get, so please press the like button, it only takes you 2 seconds. This helps my video be visible to other people. Now for the final stage of your evolution, please press the subscribe button and hit that notification bell. I upload 5 times a week and try and make everything as funny as possible, so it'll definitely be worth it. As a bit of insurance though, I've captured the puppy you're currently looking at. I am totally against animal cruelty, but I love subs more, so make sure you do the 3 things I've highlighted. If not, I don't know what'll happen to him.